Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again. Suddenly, his body was gone. I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stay on my feet.
Hello, my name is Mikael Kasurinen and I'm the lead game designer of alanwake. This is a video game commentary that spans throughout the whole game. Commentators will appear like this on the screen every time there's something that we like to talk about. But be aware that this commentary is full of spoilers. If you haven't played the game yet and you want to experience it as it was meant to be played, stop now, go back to the option screen and turn off the commentary. You can always come back later. This commentary is location based, so every time you hear a commentary that you want to listen to, stop moving and don't try to advance to the next location. Feel free to look around, but moving forward in the level might actually override the existing commentary. The only way to replay a comment is to restart the last checkpoint. Now, enjoy the commentary and have fun.
Hiya, my name is Tim Lundqvist. I'm one of the level designers of Alan Wake.
Hello, my name is Tero Tosa. I'm a senior environment artist at Remedy.
The bridge had collapsed.
Hi, I'm Mikko Rautalahti and I'm a writer here at Remedy. Here we are in the very beginning of Alan Wake. Since dreams and dreamlike states are a big deal for us, it's kind of fitting that we start things off with a good old-fashioned nightmare. We also do a couple of other things here though. For example, we introduced Thomas Zane. We don't call him that yet, but that's what the big floating ball of light is. And we also do a tutorial here, and it was actually kind of challenging because it's not very easy to marry the idea of a story introduction and a tutorial together, but you know, I think we did an okay job with that.
Sentence in your books if it wasn't for your editor. You It's not like your story's already good. Not like they have any artistic merit. You're a lousy writer. Cheap thrills and pretentious shit. That's all you're good for. Just look at me. Look at your work. You missed your deadline! Damn. You can't stop me!
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation? This way! Hurry!
Mr. Wake, it's me. I'm Stewart, remember? Quickly, get inside! There's no time to lose! It's coming! Inside now! Get inside! Go, go, go! Get inside the cabin! Oh no! Stop! No! God damn it, die! No! No! No!
I was trapped. There was no way out.
Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die.
The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
Follow the light.
The light pole that you see in front of you is a crucial piece in the gameplay of Alan Wake. We call them safe haven. It's a spot of light in the midst of darkness. It provides you safety. While the enemies actually don't want to go into light, they also heal the player faster and acts as guidance for the player. Every time you see light in front of you, that's usually a good direction to take.
Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like...
Adu. Game gì sợ vậy?
No, that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light.
Vào chơi coi.
When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing. This way.
In this scene, the diver takes control over Wake's dream to teach him how to fight the forces of darkness. The basic concept is simple. You turn the light on top of Taken and you can see the darkness
có súng này.
burning away. After that, you are able to defeat the Taken with your revolver. This is a good opportunity to see how the light mechanics work. Turn the light on top of him and you can actually see a small halo forming around him. The halo gets smaller, the less darkness there's left. And you can clearly see a light effect when the shield is burned away. The combat mechanics were always designed around the idea that you
Có mấy cái ông nhà làm game bình luận mà nó không cho để chữ thì biết nói cái gì. Thôi để cho đỡ sợ. Hello. Thì game dễ vậy.
But it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Hello.
Now you'll die.
Game không có nhắm hả? Đúng. Đúng là kinh nghiệm cầm nguyên man có phát. Game không dễ.
You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
Do chơi pro chứ đâu phải do dễ. Game cũng dễ đó. Hello. Nhưng mà những hai thằng đấy. Tắt game. Em cho cả một phát hai đứa thì đánh thế nào? Là vậy. Ngã Dĩnh chết rồi mới nói. Em gì đấy? Make it đâu? Ta có đâu? Hello, cam hả? Lừa cũng ghê. Ủa, giờ té có bị đâu. Cái này bị. Có cái nào không? Được. Gì đây? À, tượng gì? Hello, đi từ trên mái nhà này. Tắt game cái coi. Ấy da, tiếp được. Ấy da, nó chặn rồi. Này đi ngừng lại. Ba đứa một phát hả? Căng vậy. Bắn phát rồi. Được phát. Đeo gân mà kinh vậy. Cũng xịn nó. Được có 3 phát.
I can keep this up forever.
Cũng mạnh. Còn nhăm ba mấy thằng có được thằng nhân này bất tử rồi. Có cái này thì chịu. Đấy á. Ok. Game cũng dễ.
Baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Nhìn là biết con này không sống được đến cuối game rồi. Hay đó.
The events of the game take place in the Pacific Northwest region of the United States. This is a beautiful region that has in the past been featured in numerous TV shows and movies like The Shining and Twin Peaks. It's famous and recognizable for many things like fishing and mining and huge redwood tree trunks the size of a bus, beautiful lighthouses. But I think the most recognizable and beautiful feature is the nature. It's an oceanic climate combined with mountain ranges and dark forests. The cool thing about it is that there's an enormous amount of moisture constantly from the Pacific Ocean, and when it hits the mountains, it turns into fog. So the end result of that is that almost everywhere you look, there's these dense wisps of fog lazily crawling over the mountains and hillsides, and it really lends the area an almost otherworldly feel.
Let's see who has the last laugh. Okay. Good day to you too.
Cái cam nhìn cũng bình thường, chỉ là hơi khó nhắm súng thôi. Lên đây. Nó có cho lên đâu? Mất kem. Ở đây ông già.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away. Deerfest, huh? Did you hear that, honey? You have a lovely wife, if you don't mind me saying.
Của game vợ chết, game nào cũng thế. Không game nào con vợ sống được hả?
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview? Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand. Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
Hey.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones. And I see you made a friend. That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah. We just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me
Fuck NTA.
Okay?
Của game cái nào cũng chết luôn chứ NTA gì nữa.
Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Sợ gọi chạy deadline.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car. We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes?
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake.
Người nổi tiếng.
I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr.
Bây giờ NTA sao?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it.
Diners are the very essence of traditional Americana and the hearts of small-town communities.
Nhìn chơi ảnh đẹp trai hơn ngoài đời.
There being so many of them and many of them looking very much like each other, source material for this location was always going to be plentiful. But even so, from the start, we had a certain one in mind. If you can remember a certain black tie wearing, pie munching FBI agent who likes a damn fine cup of coffee, you know the one I'm talking about.
I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah. Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. It does that. Get stuck. Yeah. You need to give it a good solid whack. You put the lime in the coconut, drink them both up. Just because. Now that's what I'm talking about. Yes. This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
Cũng sợ. Đâu, cái Nam bớt bị delay coi. Nạn nhanh lên coi. Đào thả cái này nào. Ủa, không được.
I wasn't ready to leave. I needed to find Carl Stuckey to get the key to the cabin.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am.
Cái đồ nhìn như kem kinh dị thế này.
I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find Stuckey, to get the key and get out as soon as possible.
Sợ để nhấp nháy.
It's giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did.
Jump scare nào. Cái này không đỡ bị jump scare.
Hello? Mr. Stuckey?
Anh nào là tên Stuckey?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill.
Hello.
But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
Cũng sợ.
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
Bị mất không? À không.
You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark. This really ought to be fixed, and then I must remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been too long already.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you all right?
Splendid! Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon if I lift anything heavier than a spoon. Yeah, splendid. It's been a long time, Tom. Good to see you. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have a bottle on you, would you, Tom?
I wish.
The Andersons, they're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
Huh.
That diner was a real nut house.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on KBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years, not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while. See those stars winking down at you? It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Alice had a phobia, the fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset. The cabin obviously got its name from the shape of the island. It looked like a giant bird leg. Alice had mentioned that the lake was a caldera. There was a dormant volcano under it.
Bird Lake Cabin is an idyllic, a little rundown but nevertheless beautiful cabin nestled in a small island on the Cauldron Lake. But not all about it is as it seems. You see, in the 70s there was a big eruption and the whole island sank and it took down the cabin with it. So it shouldn't really exist, yet somehow it does. The original idea for the Bird Lake Cabin was that it was actually alive, that it would roam about in the forests at night, rising onto its legs that would at daytime look like bird leg-shaped roots sticking out from under it. In the end, the story evolved into having the name of Bird Lake Cabin simply derive from the peculiar shape of the island and also from the frontal facade of the building, where a chimney, which looks like a beak, and 2 round windows looked like its face, and 2 porches, one on either side, looked like its wings.
Alice had told me about Cauldron Lake Lodge. The old building used to be a hotel, but these days it was no longer open to the public.
Here we go. Let's take a look inside.
Come on.
Oh.
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
Huh?
A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before.
Hello? Anyone here?
Your fest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into this ferry. Famous artist, no less.
The water was clear but dark. It looked very deep. The cabin looked like a time capsule from the 60s, or even earlier. For a moment, the oppressive feel of the nightmare I had seen on the ferry returned.
Oh. Some chair.
I needed to get the power running in the cabin. There had to be a fuse box or a generator somewhere on the island.
Game rất ra.
The power cable goes to that shed over there.
Đúng. Vợ nó không đi làm đi. Nó sai khiến.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
Cái gì đấy.
Okay, I'll look around a bit.
Sure thing. Have fun.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here.
Hello, what's that doing? What's up?
We spend a lot of time talking about Alice in the game, but we don't actually see all that much of her because she disappears. That's why it was very important for us to establish her as a major force in Wake's life in the very beginning of the game. Their relationship is very interesting because Alice is actually a lot smarter and stronger than Wake is. She's capable of manipulating him and is quite willing to do so if need be. That's how they end up at Cauldron Lake in the first place. But what she does out of love. She really just wants to help him. And he does need all that help because he kind of falls apart without her. She's a lot stronger than that. She could survive without him, but I'm not sure if Wake could ever live without Alice.
Nhanh vậy, chứ đừng một ngày nữa. Đây nó.
Well, hello there.
Chết rồi.
I'm not the surprise.
It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
Kêu mình lên để đuổi đi học à? Gì đó? Tao đi cái gì?
Alice? What is this?
Tao đi nghỉ
I
mát
guess I
mà.
have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice! Everyone
Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping...
Đi nghỉ mát mà còn mang máy đang chữ đi theo nữa.
No,
sợ vậy.
it's not like that. That's not...
Bị ban stream vậy ta.
Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice! God damn it!
I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through.
Đi về thấy vợ chết này. Là gì chăng hả?
Damn it. Alice?
Vợ chết thật à? Nhanh vậy.
The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Rồi. Đấy.
Alan Wake has a lot of problems. His marriage is failing. He's suffering from the results of extreme control. And frankly, the guy is a bit of a dick. He's not a bad writer. He's a decent one, and obviously he's very successful. But you know, it's probably not a coincidence that the moment he sets out to write this really good novel, he's not actually capable of even starting it. He's been disintegrating for a good while now. You know, too many parts.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Nhanh vậy. Thằng này cầm đem binh xuống nước nữa.
Keep going, Alan. Wake up.
Alice?
Game phê cần vậy.
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
Ew. Game cũng hay. Ủa, cái pin rồi.
Designing the environments, we are making full use of the diversity of nature in Pacific Northwest region. In this episode, we find Alan Wake crashed in a car, unable to climb back to the road, and facing a long hike through the forest to reach a distant gas station where he hopes to find help. The area is a rocky, forested valley. He has to go through a...
Bình thường thấy nó chặn đường mà. Giờ chỗ nhảy hả?
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
Designing the environments, we are making full use of the diversity of nature in Pacific Northwest region. In this episode, we find Alan Wake crashed in a car, unable to climb back to the road, and facing a long hike through the forest to reach a distant gas station where he hopes to find help. The area is a rocky, forested valley. He has to go through a logging site and also a marshland that follows the bottom of the valley and a river crossing. In the end, there is a vintage old gas station to explore, so really it's a visually very interesting location.
Hello?
Hello. I can't speak. Oh wow, thank you. My English is also pretty bad, so
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten. Started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the center of the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly.
What?
Well, as you can see, Wake has just found his first manuscript pages. They just sort of floated down from an unearthly light. And the manuscript is really one of our main storytelling tools in the whole thing. And that's the... And you kind of need to be able to tell a little story there.
Yeah, and I also think that the manuscript pages are a big part of the whole Alan Wake experience. While it also tells a lot about the world itself, it also gives you a really deep history of different characters in the game.
Yeah, and it feels kind of natural too, because you know, we sort of made the pages a part of the whole thing. They're not just sort of, you know, random things in the sort of, you know, on the sideline, but they're actually something that's really a part of the plot, because they really are the plot.
Exactly, and I especially like the idea how certain pages actually predict some events that are going to occur in the future.
Yeah, we do a lot of foreshadowing there, but it's not, you know, we don't really do the kind of a thing where we sort of, hint at something. We actually come right out and flat out, say it, because that's sort of, we want to prove the player that, what's written on the pages actually literally happens in the game.
Yeah, it's really cool when that happens. If somebody actually reads the page and sees how the stuff unfolds in front of him while he plays it, I think that would be really cool for somebody. And it's so bad that I've actually read all the pages, so I don't get that experience. But I would think that it's really cool when you actually experience it.
And I know a lot of players are probably just going to run through and just sort of skip the pages, and that's fine. You can do that. You can play a cool action game like that. But there's actually a lot more to the game than just the shooting.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody there? Please. I've been in an... Hey! Hey, you! There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to...
Oh, hello.
Oh, hell.
Carl
Stucky. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square. And square.
Ô điểm lắm. Game khó vậy.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
What Nicholson? Shining. Huh?
During your trying, it's the latest thing in
Yes.
proven.
Great Falls Sheriff Station. How may I...
Hello?
Đâu? Gì á?
You can see the sights.
Oh. Khá là không hay. Mất cái gì vậy? Mất game. Cũng khá là thực tế. Okay.
The bulldozer had gone over the cliff with the office. I hoped Stucky had suffered the same fate, but I wasn't planning on staying to find out.
Hello. Ủa. Thằng kia rồi.
Even though most of the enemies attack you with melee weapons, some of them are able to use ranged weapons as well. I think it's very cool when somebody's trying stuff into shooting. Or maybe I just got tired of that in our previous games.
Người tính nào? Thì
I'd never fired a gun
em
outside
khá
a
dễ.
shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
Ấy. Hello. Đạp vào cầu chì cũng căng á. Có gì nữa không? Ủa. Ủa gì?
Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies.
Đúng. Ra gần. Con. Fucker. Moment.
The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
Ấy à. Sao. Thiếu. Chết rồi. Sis. Ấy. Có gì ạ?
What the hell was that? When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Wake's newfound fear of water is a result of his plunge into Cauldron Lake. Of course, at this point in the story, he doesn't know what happened to him, he doesn't remember any of it, but on some subconscious level, he knows that he's been violated, and he associates that with the water.
Ôi dạ. Sao. Rồi. Hấp. Ủa. Hả?
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
ấy. Ấy, 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 ấy. Ấy, ý. Đây. Ồ. À.
Taken. They're taken. The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Ủa? À không, Vừa đi lấy đồ thôi. Ồ. À. Từ cái này có nổ được không nhỉ? Ủa không nổ à? Thắng rồi. Ý dạ ý dạ. Ý có thằng ba thằng. Có đồ bình tĩnh nào bạn. Đồ tham mau nào, tham mau nào. Alo. Mình chưa xong mà một đòi nét là sao? À, là cái này nữa hả? Alo. À, leo lên. Cái gì đó. Ô, cái này thì mới ngon chứ. Đến giờ cù lao rồi. Chân thằng nào vậy? Ủa. À, cái ụng. Giờ thì chấp hết thôi. À, đây rồi. Tận 100 cái nhặt cái não nằm hết. Rồi còn cái này nữa hả? Liên quan gì đến cái này? Cũng kinh. Ê. Game từ đầu đến giờ cũng dễ hết. Có đồ gì không? Ồ, ngon. Cái đu normal mà. Con gà mới chọn easy thôi. One phát xuống. Hello, xem xong gần. Con máu nào. Game này không có chữ phép như Control. Cũng khá buồn. Speedrun nhanh chạy qua chữ phép coi. Đấy, cái gì đây? Kia lấy rồi. Yeah. Thằng này chạy một lúc mà mệt thế này. Nhưng có cái tờ giấy dưới đường này. Không đây thế nào? Rất nhiều vậy. Thôi, phải đọc đi.
The gas station was closer now. Its
light ấy.
Most of the gameplay locations we have in the game incorporate the idea of a journey into them. It basically means that we try to show where player is coming from and where he's going to as often as possible. In the beginning of episode 1,
bọn commentary kia không có xúc thì thằng nào đâu.
Of course, now we use the gas station in similar role.
Tiếng đã bé hơn tiếng game rồi, còn chớ. Nhìn quả sương mù cây cần vậy. Sao gặp boss à? Đồ boss thật. Đâu nhiều hết. Bây giờ cù lao rồi. Ý bọn này mà. Để giờ cù lao rồi. Luôn có bắn 2 phát thế này. Tên gì đáp vậy? Cái này nghĩa đây hả? Cũng dễ. Da nó hai thằng hai nhau ném ha. Game nhắm mắt không chơi được, khá là dễ. Đây hết chưa? Dù từ nó là ra liên tục nhá, thôi cứ chạy thôi. Đạn đâu mà bắn hết bọn này. Còn trọi mới đau chứ. Thì đứng là bạn. Này chậm vậy. Chạy như rùa vậy. Chết. Sợ thật, ra bên biển mới đau chứ. Game không dễ. Rồi dĩ nhiên kỹ năng cũng ghê. Đây. Đồ ở đây hả? Đút đồ thôi. Nhưng có 3 cục đá ở đây. Mất kem. Đá jump scare cũng ghê. Yeah. Đạn thế rồi. Hôm nay phải tải mốt full đạn về cầm số đang bắn hết bọn nó. Ê. Chạy ra một bước, thở một bước. Hello. Cũng kinh đó. Này chắc chạy thôi bắn gì nữa. Kinh nghiệm rồi. Chị nhanh lên coi. Ship đồ cổ. Không né. Mất game. Né cái gì đây? Cái đồ. Không lẽ mệt thì không né được hả?
Here we can see some of the nastier enemies that we have. We call them flankers because they try to circle around you and stab you in the back. Though they are quite easy to take out.
Thôi thử coi. Phải ship được di chuyển chứ không phải là di chuyển rồi ship. Cũng rắc rối. Để từ từ rồi chạy vậy. Cú phiền. Phải không chọn đèn pin vào mặt. Ok, đến giờ chạy lùi rồi. Chạy thôi. Con nào đó. Unstun đi. Ủa, đến đây là làm gì? Mất kém. Ủa cả chơi. Vô, đến đây thì cử chặn thì chịu rồi. Không có đồ. TV này.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs.
Night Springs. Cũng nghe cũng hay đó. Thôi thêm đạn. Sắp.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to do a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment. Known as a quantum suicide. Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding. Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one did.
Là cái vụ con mèo của ông mèo à?
I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this
cũng có lý.
Kill me. So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die? Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment.
Đa vũ trụ.
They always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one
thằng kia rút dây ra rồi.
Happen here. You're insane, Colvin. Insane?
Insane? Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it. You fools!
Alo.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved.
Chương trình cho trẻ con cũng hay đó.
Curiosity often kills the cat. Night Springs.
Cũng hay. Game dài vậy, thì máy chưa hết một chap nữa. Ủa, này làm gì? Hả? Hả? Gần bắn ra rồi. Ồ, chép bồn.
The journey from the crash car onwards is a steady escalation of suspense, and now we're wrapping it up with the meeting with
ngon. Tham thôi. Nhiều đồ vậy. Sắp đến trùng rồi. Chỉ có nước trùng thôi chứ gì nữa. Ôi, 42 viên luôn hả? Kinh vậy. Trùng đâu? Ủa, cái này cái gì đây? Bắn được cái dây không? Không được hả? Trùng đây rồi. Ủa, có một thằng hả? Mất kiểu vậy. Đâu, hai thằng. Nhiều thằng. Cũng dễ. Rồi. Đâu mà này cho tôi ra đây. Tính là bạn. Di chuyển hả? Cũng kinh đó. Vị trí nào? Hồi máu coi. Bình tĩnh nào bạn. Này thì chạy đi. Chạy đâu? Đâu. Này thì đâu. Này thì này phiền quá nhỉ. Tôi đứng im coi. Cuối cùng chết. Tiền vậy. Về lúc lại đạn thôi. Ây da, không phải dễ. Chết rồi, hết sợ ganh rồi. Game dễ vậy. Hello, đang normal vậy rõ ràng. Có easy. Có phải SS nào đâu mà chơi easy.
You're about to find the first TV at the gas station where we see Alan Wake raving like a lunatic. Cynthia Weaver actually talks about a similar thing later on in the game when she mentions that Thomas Zane has been talking to her from television, and it's kind of a similar thing. Wake isn't aware of how it's happening, but that's what it is. We are thinking of Alan Wake as kind of a sum of three parts actually. Our writing, Ilkka Villi's face and body language, and Matthew Poreta's voice. And since we shot this stuff on video instead of producing it with our game engine, that's actually Alan Wake at his purest, you could say. And not coincidentally, it's also Alan Wake at his craziest.
Nghe mùi sắp đến cùng tiếp vậy. Đây từ từ bắn vì xăng coi. Được hả?
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and
ai biết đâu. Cái này làm gì có bạn. Cái này có bạn remaster hả?
I had to get inside the gas station to find a phone to call for help.
Thấy 2012 mà. Thì chắc nó xong nó biết rồi. Thế có khi là không bật. Cái này nó phải bật mới có mà, chứ bình thường là nó để disable. Bình thường nó để disable mà.
It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
Để có người nói nghe cho vui. Có khi chơi năm mùa thì nó không có đó, từ từ thằng nào ấy. Ủa? Vừa thấy thằng nào đây mà.
Outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
No.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing?
Đồ thằng này biết thực tại hả? Cũng mạnh. Biết cũng mạnh. Nhưng liệu có thắng được Goku không? Cái đủ solo. Cái phát quả kẹo xăng đồ gì nhìn buồn vậy. Ok. Hai king thôi. Làm xăng. Hello. Cho xăng tầm bán cái đồ gì đấy. Bất là còn xúc sắc mới đau chứ. Rút điện thoại này coi. Đây, điện thoại này. Đồ lưu niệm, nào bán đồ lưu niệm xúc sắc thì ngầu mới đau chứ. Có thể sang qua đường khác này.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island.
Cái đồ chiêu gai, dùng chỉ đến gai.
Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head.
Được cứu sao?
Listen.
We'll figure this out.
Bà này hết chết rồi.
Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me, and then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Ừ, chúc mừng. Vì đầu vào đá thì chịu thôi. Em mất cái đại đạo rồi. What the fuck? Nãy giờ mới là prologue hả? Game dài vậy? Có game thế nào mà tôi chơi control? Xong episode 1. Từ từ. Game có bao nhiêu episode rồi? Game xong hết 100 một stream không? Hay là nữa? How many episode? 9 lần hả? 6 lần hả? How long coi. Man stories 11 tiếng hả? Đủ 14 tiếng cho main lẫn side story. Nghe khó vậy. Game dài vậy. Tôi sẽ chỉ control bao nhiêu. Control có 19 tiếng. Không có lý. Game dài vậy. Không khổ.
Previously on Alan Wake, I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Sao lại về quá khứ rồi? Rồi 3 năm trước mình vẫn như thế này thế nào? Đây không đổi cử tóc hả? Rồi sao nhìn mặt bên control nhìn đẹp trai mà giờ nhìn mặt đần thế?
We have two of these New York flashback scenes in the game, and actually we almost cut them out. And I'm very glad that we were able to keep them in because they are very important to the story that we're telling here. These are the days when the Wakes were actually happy. And we spent so much of the game in danger and in darkness, running around with guns blazing. And also when we see Wake, most of the time they're arguing or at least not being very happy. But these are the days when they were both very, very happy together, and these are the days they long for. In the second flashback sequence, towards the end of the game, you can see the cracks there. They aren't really doing very well anymore. But right now, this one, it was good.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
Ôi, không điện rồi.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry. I really don't like this, Alan. Please hurry.
Hello, tắt từ đi bật đi.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine. Just get the lights back on now, please.
Anh nhìn đẹp trai mà nhìn mặt nhìn tóc vàng khè vậy. Có đen xì mà.
Alan, I really need those lights on.
Không bật thì sao? Bật thì sao?
Alan, please check the fuse box. It's in the hallway. I can't handle much more of this, Alan. Please, get those lights on.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah,
Hello.
nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then.
Bác sĩ đến với con cá trên bàn rồi.
Sheriff Breaker is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine. I don't have the luxury. The bulbs will need changing, so you can't change them in the dark. I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me, I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Hello?
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops,
Vậy ở nhà à?
Silverwood National Park, there's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need some fresh air. Can I go out? In the back, maybe?
Of course, Mr. Wake. I understand. You can get there through the cells. Deputy Grant can show you the way.
I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
I couldn't go anywhere yet. I had to play along with the caller. Alice's life was at stake.
He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking for good.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him.
Hello. Stucky bay màu rồi.
Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right?
Yeah.
In many small towns,
Yeah.
life is peaceful and not that much happens that really requires police intervention. Such is the case with Bright Falls also. And the sheriff's station is really a friendly, almost cozy place. Indeed, the jail cells are more often used to sober people up than holding anyone for a longer period of time.
I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen. Listen, you gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
Hello. Among Us.
I told him, well, I don't hear who he is.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left. The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark, Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Cũng kinh. Đó, vừa đầu chapter 2 đang ở viện cảnh sát. Có điền cái thôi. Sợ cho vui thôi. Mấy hôm nay vừa nói về vụ thằng kia nào đó là đang bị ở Among Us. Khá kinh. Tiếp gì rồi?
All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Ông bác sĩ con vợ nhắc đến này. Giờ mới nhớ.
My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh my! Take it easy.
Thằng Barry đây hả?
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business
Barry
with Mr. Wake,
Wheeler.
you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything
thằng homie gì gửi một tiền là ok.
Thế kìa. Appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Nghe hàng này như kiểu sắp chết rồi.
Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later.
Thì đầu gian cái con vợ chết thì có khả năng nó chết hả?
What an airhead.
Nó gian thì nào thế nào bọn nó sẽ chết hết.
This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and more importantly,
the visitor center is the hub of Elderwood National Park area. It's a place where you can get information about the local wildlife, directions if you are going out hiking in the forest, or keys if you are renting one of the cabins in the area.
Nhìn là biết có xương pha ke rồi.
It also has a nice cafeteria which looks out into the forest. It's a bright and beautiful place to stop for a while and
đọc chữ sao hơn pha ke.
But it's also filled with lots of stuffed animals
Có gì để lút không?
skeletons and so forth. It's not
Lút
really
cái
a
này.
place that you'd want to visit at night time, which is what you will be doing.
What was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice, and everything's just...
Understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when
Xin lỗi bia rồi.
you're using fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Cái snack tôm cay kìa. Chật luôn còn gì nữa. Make it. Không có hả? Mỗi game này làm gì có make it đâu thật. Game đâu có make it đâu, scam hả? Có con gấu à? Là phát nhầm. Ồ, cái này cũng thông minh đó, cắm thẳng cái cột vào trong cái bàn, đỡ phải quét lỗ vào model.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bug.
Tôi nhớ rồi.
Sure.
Nãy không cho cầm luôn. Vào cái này hả? Đúng rồi.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
Hai thằng vẫn ngồi chửi nhau hả?
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake.
Để ngay giữa đây không sợ.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail.
Try to pull a joke on me.
Đâu vẫn chưa chửi nhau hết hả? Thằng Barry nói nhiều vậy. Chắc sống được hết chapter 4 là cùng. Mấy đứa không mi béo hay chết sớm lắm.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just be careful with the natives, Al.
Barry is a very funny character to write, and frankly, a big part of that is Fred Berman, who does Barry's voice. And he's a cool guy because it doesn't matter how stupid the thing I write is. It sound good. He would just always find the right tone for Barry and sort of make him human, even though he's saying something completely idiot. Barry's a clown, of course, and you know, you could call him a greedy little weasel and you wouldn't be far off from the truth. But at the same time, he's a loyal friend and he's smarter than he lets on. And, you know, he's got the flaming eye of Mordor, so, you know, that goes a long way.
Đó, cái súng rồi. Đã sát thu súng. Buồn rồi. Có là bồn tắm đó. Tiếng cái gì không? Nó vẽ rồi. Tự nhiên giờ chạy liên tục không bể thế này. Ok. Đồ súng đâu?
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Ủa? Cái súng trong xe sợ hả?
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done. But I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
No. Nhìn là có gì không? Có con nào kìa? Không tin đó. Ủa có gì không? À.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like? My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really.
Rồi thoát. Hả? Em đập cái này lại bị. Cái gì vừa xảy ra? Lại tivi đó hả? Chắc chuẩn bị jump scare rồi. Có này đái đâu á? Được qua nào không? Có cái mẫu chắc là sơn thôi. Ồ, lại tập livestream mới. Cũng hay. Em chim chiêu.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Hello. Không trùng hả?
You were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark, believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Ồ, cái viên dị. Thế rồi. Hay cũng pin. Oh, chép phone. Tôi nói biển cho bị mất dần dần nhá. Rồi.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Đúng phát.
Rusty, hang on. I'm coming.
Đâu đủ. Đây. Từ xuống có đồ không? Đúng. Bay màu hết rồi. Cũng nhanh đó. Nó đồ cái coi, có đồ sang cửa sau. Vô lót cái bấm thôi này. Cửa bị phá còn đi tìm chìa khóa. Cửa gỗ chứ không phải cửa sắt đâu. Cửa gì vậy? Đủ cái na sợ hả? Hiểu sinh lý vậy. Cũng gà. Đâu có nào kìa. Con này phá hết mà để chữa lại cái con mammut. Cũng có tâm đó. Nhát nè. Cũng có tâm. Đây đó là đi tìm bắn.
Mr. Wake? Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Quay lại cái này nó cũng chết rồi. Bà bắn nó thôi. Ủa? Nó bất tử. Thằng chó thôi. Ủa? Bắt nhốt nó phải thế này, cái bật đến nó chạy thế nào? Đi ra cửa này hay là cũng bay màu rồi.
Well, right now Rust is still alive, but you know that's not gonna last for long. He's a couple of minutes away from being turned into one of the Taken.
You know, and we worked on the Taken for a long while, and when we initially started to build the concept, the basis was on serial killers from comics and movies.
Right.
We wanted them to almost seem like immortal enemies, and they always turn up where you least expect them.
Yeah, and they seem kind of mindless. Well, that's because the Dark Presence just sort of strips everything away from them. It just leaves this empty shell and fills it with darkness and sort of throws them at you. They're really about aggression, and they don't really do subtle.
And that's exactly why we love the melee weapons, right? And we actually considered giving them firearms at one point, but when we tried that, I think it took away something, or the unique feel of combat.
Yeah, because we kind of want them to come at
Cái này thì chịu rồi.
To be aggressive, right? And
Không rút
I think
rút
the
cái
Melody represent something old and mythical. But
cái rìu ra mà cầm mini mình lấy chứ.
Yeah, and of course you probably noticed that they keep on babbling all the time. Well, you have, but no, I'm talking to a player here.
Chết rồi, còn gọi tên gì nữa?
We just wrote some of that stuff on a whim for Stucky in the beginning, and
the
actor, it was creepy as hell. So we, of course, decided that we gotta have more of this stuff, and we just put more of it in.
Yeah, exactly. Just excellent.
Ở đâu tiến nào bạn ý á mình chỉ bên coi quả này khó chịu quá nhỉ. Này bay màu rồi còn chơi bời gì nữa. Từ cái coi không cổng thằng này qua bên kia luôn mà. Ủa mình tưởng muốn chặt rồi con chó rồi. Ủa là nói á. Ủa à nói á. Đâu cái này chịu rồi. Rồi đâu lại các bọn di chuyển hả? Hai pin nữa. Hai pin thì chịu rồi. Được đi ngon. Đấy. May mắn chết này. Đấy. Là thêm 2 thằng khác nữa. Rồi chui ra nào. Cái này thì hay chơi bời gì nữa chơi bời luôn. Tôi là còn ammo bên đâu chứ. Ý. Chơi bời gì nữa. Đạn đô khô. Rồi. Đây. game khắc kho vậy. Đúng rồi, chơi normal phát. Cái gì á? Chỉ biên coi. À, điện nữa rồi, chặt điện thôi. Còn nó không nằm để pin hả?
The Elderwood National Park sits in the middle of the dark and majestic Elderwood Forest. It's a place that features bare sun-bathed mountainsides and tall redwood forests and temperate rainforests and marshlands. Despite some hiking trails and friendly signs, it's nevertheless a wild place like nature is, and you shouldn't venture out too far into it after dusk. This place is inspired by the many beautiful nature preservation parks that are a staple of Pacific Northwest. And as we do like to throw the player out into the forest a lot at night time, this location really is in the essence of our gameplay.
Nhìn anh trùng tiếp hả? Đồ, có đồ. Cứ đồ thôi, cứ đồ. Ủa, như cái đồ nhìn nguy hiểm thế này. À, đây rồi. Cái gì vậy? Ê, anh này đâu ra đấy? Đâu. Chạy thôi. Cái gì đây? Fuck này đi. Cái thể loại bất gì đấy. Đã không muốn dùng súng dân rồi mà. Thể loại bất kẹt tường thì chịu rồi. Game cũng hay. Ở đó thì chịu. Ừ. Hết đạn rồi. Hết đạn rồi. Ừ. Cái rừng gì mà rộng thế. Chạy về tiền coi. Ba mấy hàng bóng. Cái gì tận 6 đứa vậy. Mất hội đồng. Nhà vô coi. Bên đâu hết. Ok. Còn hai con lục thì chịu rồi. Cái này chơi bời gì nữa. Cái mày né cái việc sao ấy nhỉ? Đó là còn bị kẹt cái cây nữa chứ. Cái này chắc đại thấy chơi bắn gì nữa.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Hello. Ngon đó. Chứ rồi lấy cùng phát 2 cái rồi.
I lost my gun back there.
Lại.
Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived.
I love this scene. This is where we show the handheld flare for the first time. It's a really effective defensive weapon. It pushes the closest enemies away, drains their shields, and actually makes them retreat. It's really useful when many enemies are attacking you at the same time and you're really in trouble. We also have a twist in the gameplay here. We actually take away your gun.
NPC bắn rồi.
You need to rely
Đỡ
on
trúng
it
đạn.
to be able to survive. You need to use the flashlight to keep the enemies away and stay close to Mott.
up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it. Scare him off! Get some light on those bastards! That'll keep them off us! Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe. Break, maybe? Better get ready. They'll be on us soon. This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. Here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
Dù tự game ông già làm hết chứ, đỡ tốn đạn. Sao thằng kia di chuyển ở trên không hả? Sao lấy kia được? Nhưng có cái dãy gì đó. Sao lấy được cái đồ gì kia? Kìa. Cái sao sáng lắm. Ok. Đủ nhiều vậy. Vẫn còn nữa hả? Hàng to. Quái to. Ở đâu? Ủa hết rồi hả? 9 cái mà sao 9 cái mà nốt tiếp còn lại là nó bay mất 4 cái rồi. Đó. Loài gì đây? Hello. Thích dùng. Anh này làm phát giảm 3 phát là thế nào? Ông già bắn chúng coi. Đưa chế độ coi lấy cái này, anh chạy nhanh. Ok. Nó phát con flare nó vẫn chém là thế nào? Quả canh này khó chịu quá nhờ. Ông già bánh ngu quá. Anh này dễ bắt khách. Link trên link coi. Lâu nhặt xong nó chạy sang kiểu tiếp theo thì sao? Ôi sắp đến con to này. Khó nhờ, thôi tao mới nhập trước. Bắt buộc cái nào bắn ấy. Nó không ra bắn mấy cái này coi. Hai thằng thì mày thế nào? Nó không dùng flare. Con to. Phải tiết kiệm để binh chứ. Ông già bắn ngu quá. Từ đó nó có quay 4 thì sao? Phải tiết kiệm chứ. Rồi, anh nhặt thôi. Thôi em đứng yên một chỗ này. Ok, xong rồi 2 con này rồi, ngon rồi.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were going to say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're going to bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her out.
Hello. Linh coi. Cầm súng bắn thằng kia rồi. Ôi chạy à. Bây giờ cháu lấy được cái giấy nha. À đúng rồi.
Come back here. I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice. Do you hear me? Come back here.
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my
Shaping this area of dark forest to the playable area has been challenging. We wanted to give the player the impression of being lost without making the navigation ever annoying. Also, we noticed that the journey has been quite long through the national park, and many players wanted to pick up the pace this far. This basically meant that we did have to close off some of the branches we originally thought would be great to to explore here.
Ngựa quá thoát té pro mà. Dĩ nhiên rồi. Đồ. Ủa về ra từ này là cái gì? Như có một cái vùng to đùng ở này. Đùa quá thôi đi ngủ.
Rusty had warned me about these traps. I was stuck.
Chưa phá cái này kiểu gì? À.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
kiss. Occupation.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What, am I crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on. I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods. I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
You can harm nature and yourself.
Here we have the first driving scene. The vehicles were originally designed to be used as weapons against the dark forces. The headlights are used to burn the darkness away, and you finish them off by driving over them. Along the way, vehicles became a more important part of level design, and scenes which use vehicles are clearly differentiated from basic foot combat sections.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing. It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need... a week.
It's not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
Al, I'm so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I walked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
Open the door now. They're gone.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the Oh Dear
Diner.
Good girl.
Come here. Pretty please, can you tell me where I am? You, won't you say something? I need to get my bearings amongst, and the shadows keep on changing. And I'm haunted by the lies that I've loved and actions I have hated. I'm haunted by the lies that wove the web inside my haunted head. Don't cry.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This